Hey guys, and welcome to Car Guy 1999 Reviews. Today we have the 2004 Lexus LS430. Oh yes, this one has 189,000 miles on it, but this thing is sweet. Suede headliner. Let's see here. Yeah, because you're supposed to be chauffeured in this, which is... I have to say, this is, for a 2004, this is probably one of, if not the most comfortable back seat I've seen. Now, fully automatic windows, because of course, the traction... Oh, headlight washers? Oh wait. Do headlights have to be on? There we go. Headlight washers. Let's say your seatbelt needs to raise and lower. It's a button. Put that there. Another cool thing, look at these vents. They're oscillating. I don't know what I was doing. I just happened to look over. I'm like, these are oscillating. And I saw it, I'm like, that's awesome. What else is there? Obviously, Mr. Max. Okay. Ooh, that's nice. So, I mean, it's an 04. There's some warning lights on. Just a few. It's probably a wheel speed sensor, to be honest with you, because this thing runs and drives great. Traction control off. Yeah, you got a backup camera in this thing. You got nav. And you have a 430 horsepower V8. There are some suspension clunks. Again, it's a almost 200,000 mile Lexus LS. Just because you can't find these things anymore is the reason why I'm filming this video. Because this is the first time I've even sat in one of these. And when I say this thing drives really well, it 100% does. Hello. This thing rips. But it's not like a crazy power. This is like almost like a heavy-duty truck type of power. It's just torque. You don't have to wring out this motor. Ooh, wheel bearing noise. You don't have to wring out this motor to get a lot of go. And look at this, I'm doing 70 miles an hour, and this thing drives better than a lot of new cars. And this thing's got no fewer than 5 warning lights on. Oh, actually one of them's because the transmission's in power mode, but I like power. You know, I do miss this age of luxury cars. This is when cars were just cool. Now, this went up against the S-Class, which is a lot to compete against. And I've driven the newer LS, and I was blown away by this, but I've never seen that before. Oscillating climate control vents. And the first time I saw that in this car, I said, are you kidding me? Little touches like that add so much to the experience. Yeah, 6-speed automatic, which back in 04, that was pretty much state of the art. We didn't have 10 speeds back then. 04, I mean, think about it. The 2005 Corvette had a 4-speed. Yeah, had a 4-speed automatic the first year of the C6. Yep. This had a 6-speed. Now, I know the Corvette is not really a pioneer of engineering, but it's up there. Especially the new Z06. Have you guys seen that thing? Need to drive one of those. And you know, as much as this is a Japanese brand, Lexus was engineered for the American market. I'm not sure if any of you know about that. Same with Infiniti. I think they were both, and Acura, actually. So the three major Japanese luxury brands are actually intended to be American. They're almost entirely American-based. I mean, in Europe, the Acura NSX doesn't exist. It's the Honda NSX. So yeah, everybody's gonna say, oh yeah, this is similar to like the Toyota Crown, cars like that. But this is a lot more American than you might think, because it was designed for American markets. And you know, there's not a lot of cars that I get excited about when I see them come in as appraisals. This is one that I came in on my day off and said, I am driving this car. I grabbed the key and did the appraisal. As soon as I saw this thing on the lot, I'm like, I want it. And when I say this is probably one of my favorite cars I've driven, especially auction cars, I completely... I'm completely telling the truth on that. Little bumpy. Alright, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. I'll see you all in the next one.